creative friends, it's Eugenia from Art Mill Times Atelier, and today I decided to make a little bit of a Halloween Inktober combined painting. Um, so my subject is a raven, crow. Yep, I'm not sure how you call it. I know it like koraki in Greek. um, so yeah, it's gonna be a mean black bird. I mean, they're not mean, but anyway, that's the impression that we have for them, and probably, well, they're designed to be, you know, kind of not exactly raptors, but they attack other birds. So it's not the nicest thing to do. It's not like the parrots that are eating only seeds. Anyway, we all know about the crows or the ravens. So, symbol for Halloween. And in Inktober, I'm gonna do it with. I'm gonna be using these Japanese inks. E-Sumi Japanese inks. They have those beautiful dark autumn shades, perfect for my blackbird, and some nice shades for autumn leaves. So I think they would be a really good choice to use them. And also I've got my pretty excellent palette here, just in case I will need some colors, like probably a little bit blue for the sky. I will see if I need them or not. So I've got them here handy. I've got obviously my 2 jars of clean water, my clean paper towels, and from brushes I will have a size 5 liner. Oops, this one. The bristles are tangled up a little bit. Okay, so a size 5 liner, a dagger, a quarter of an inch dagger. I'm not sure how I'm reading this. It's Princeton Neptune dagger, and I've got also a round size 10, and my hummingbird brush. I'm always taking it out, but I don't use it as often. Probably will use it now for the pine leaves. Okay, so I have masked my paper on my board, and the paper I'm using, it's an A4 Eraldo Di Paolo watercolor paper, 300 GSM. It's medium tooth, cold press. So we'll see how we go with this paper. Sometimes it's working good, sometimes, yeah, we'll see how we go. Don't intend to put too much water on this painting, so hopefully it will behave good. And that's it. I've got my spray bottle and ready to go. Oh, I haven't sprayed my paints, but it doesn't matter because these paints are activating very fast, and they're pretty excellent. And the E-Sumi, my Japanese inks, I'm just activating everything because I don't know what I'm gonna need at the end. And let's start with a wash and blocking the main colors. So let me spray a little bit my paper, sorry, too. Oh, I forgot to mention that my drawing, I did it with my Lumograph, Staedtler Mars Lumograph Aquarelle pencil. So it actually activates and looks like a watercolor. So I did it by purpose, so I'm gonna keep these lines, and they will turn into paint. So I've got ready my first impression. Yeah. They're actually very nice. Okay, and well, as you know me, normally I start with the backgrounds. So first I will oh, I didn't get a little. Oh, okay, I've got this not very clean. It should be okay. So most of the times I start with the backgrounds. So I'm putting my light colors first, and a good way is to put well, the sky, obviously. So I'm putting very faded coat of blue. And when it's not very faded, I'll make sure that I lift it. So it goes very watery after all. And my paper will start buckling because I'm putting more water than what I thought at the beginning. That's okay. It will go back to the normal after. So in general, I'm just putting some blues here and there. So for this blue, I am using my Pretty Excellent. Oh, my E-Sumi, as you can tell, they are very dark. Great. Put too much dark now there. That's okay. If something like that happens, just lift it and mix it on your paper. You know, I'm not gonna use this for background because they're too strong. Very strong. Extremely pigmented. So our next, we'll put a nice little colorful, probably I'll do a bit purple on my bird. Let's put some purple. I know we'll end up with a black bird, but the black has always purple inside. Okay, yes, as you can tell, this is the best of the times that they come upstairs to ask me questions for this, for that, when I'm recording. That's what happens when family. It's all good. So, um, this is a nice reddish color for my tree. Yeah, it's very rustic. This what's the color? Just said. So shadow vermilion is called. Okay. My oh, oh, sorry, I went out of the line. But that's okay, even if it goes a little bit out of the line. So this is the first coat we're doing. Um, um, so it's just blocking the colors that we tend to use, and I'm just want to see. Yeah, okay. Might just put a little bit of this green. What's that? It's a yellowish black. It's called it, but to me it looks like green, very close to olive green. Um, just blocking again. Where I tend to put some greens after. It looks like a good background green. It's very muted. And I might just put a little bit in the my wood here. Yeah, it actually combines well. Cool. We have a little bit bleeding here and there. It doesn't bother me at all. It is actually it's nice how the watercolor spreads sometimes, so I'm not gonna be fussed about this area unless it worries me a little bit later, so I can always go and reactivate it and move it on. So of course a nice pinky purpley color on my bird, and I think I'm going to do now another shade of purple like a little bit more towards the blue. Maybe it's a little bit too strong. I like this one, but it's this, I want a little bit more watery actually. Yes. Also, I have attached my drawing at the description below. If you feel like drawing, print and use that drawing, you're welcome. You can also use this drawing as a reference. You don't have to copy it if you would like to do your own drawing, which I recommend. Or you can just go ahead and get your own bird and follow the steps that I'm doing, and yeah, you come up with your own picture. But yeah, if you don't feel like drawing today, you're more than welcome to print my sketch, or if you want to pen your own, do your own drawing, but use it as a reference, because that's what I will be ending up doing. I'm going to be using it as a reference because now as I'm adding more colors, I'm losing my lines for my feathers. Maybe not completely, but yeah. Well, I think now I'm going to work a little bit on the tree trunk, and then I will switch to a different brush. So we'll start doing the feathers slowly. Oh, that's a nice green. Which one is that? That's the shadow yellow. Oh, this is a nice green, but can be very dark. Okay. I like this color very much. So let's see if I put they combine really nice, these colors. Give it a nice brown. Okay, and now we'll start working with the what's gonna be using. I'm gonna be using the bluish black from the first set, from this set here. So I'm gonna be using this one. Okay, and let's see how we go. Now, if you don't have bluish black, you can always use Payne's gray or an indigo with a little bit black in there. So yeah, let's start working on the feathers. Now, because they will take a bit long, I am going to put a little bit music on, and I'll be back soon. Okay, so now I let it dry, and because it was the water was very gleamy when the paint was uh, fresh, and I couldn't really see what was going on with the dark areas. So I let it dry, and now I can see some beautiful bluey, purpley, shiny feathers coming through, which I'm very happy. And I think I'm going to just put a few more darks here and there and some highlights, and my bird is almost ready. Might have to do a little bit more work on the tree, and we're not far away actually. I'm very happy with how it's coming up. My little crow. Not very little. So this is not gouache, this is just white watercolor paint from the Pretty Excellent set. It is kind of opaque. I have to admit that it covers. It's not like other watercolors that they just the white doesn't cover anything. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. First, I'm gonna put the dark, and then we'll see where I should go back and get put some highlights. I might gonna have to need some gouache for help, but we'll see how we go. Just a little bit more dark here and there, especially in the heel. And here's some kind of impressions of the feathers, not to be completely flat. If the brush doesn't, it has paint, but it doesn't ride, you know that it doesn't have enough water, so you put a little bit water on the tip of your brush, not a lot. And before, when I was doing the feathers, and I had the music on, I wanted to tell you that don't forget the feathers. They always, it's the same as the fur at the animals when you're making. They have to always the strokes, and they need to have the direction of the feathers or the fur that you are trying to capture on your painting. So what the color that I'm using now is not even black. It is the shadow green, but because I have dark blue, purple, now the shadow green on top, it they're all very dark and looks almost, it looks like black. But if I dilute it, it's not black, it's green. A lot of times I forget to look for the direction of the feathers and we're just going on. But it's important to check all the time the direction of the feathers that you are trying to paint. The other thing that it's not very clear on my photo is the claws of the bird, so that's why I'm going to make it up and put the claws how I think they would be. I have watched enough uh, birds to make up roughly, to understand their posture and roughly where the claws are. Just make the indication here. Doesn't have to be exact. It's very difficult to paint dark with watercolor because as soon you put you wet your paper, it looks darker and you think that you added pigment, but once it dries up, you haven't put anything on. So it's a little bit tricky. And of course, it's not easy from when. Well, I have my reference on my iPad, and it is not easy to see when all the glare is from the lights in the studio. I should have actually printed, um, but I didn't. Was That's what happens to me. I'm always not in a hurry, but once I decide to paint something, I just jump in. I have no patience to go and print or edit the photo, or unless I have done it already from before, when I'm not in the studio, and that's okay. But if I'm in the studio and decide to do something, there's no way I'm gonna get out and to go and do this kind of prep because I want to paint. Really, if you want to get really dark black, you get blue, red, a little black. And I think you can't get any darker. Sorry, after that. Yeah, I'm actually happy how it is coming up. And obviously I have put all my attention on the bird, and I've forgotten all about my tree and everything else around it. But that's okay. We can always go back and work on that. So probably I should stop now and not to overwork the feathers. I think I've got some nice situations going on in different areas. Oops, what's that? My brush. This board, I actually got it on sale. Very big sale it was. I got it for $3 Australian, I think. It's a very good board because apart that it's a clipboard, it's got it actually you can storage underneath and clips us, closes, and it's great. So I thought that I'm gonna be using it for plainer too, so that's why I got it. It was but after all, it's handy even in the studio. Now, why I mentioned that has nothing to do with the bird, but yeah, well, I just thought about it, and I thought to let you know from my new find. Yeah, I think I should just stop touching the tail, especially. Okay, I should stop touching the bird, and I should just do a little bit more work on the tree. And I should just let it be soon. Just a little bit yellow cadmium to warm it up a little bit, because it's a very cool image. Nothing wrong with that. Maybe it's time to use my little hummingbird brush for for the pine leaves. Why am I not getting it right tonight? Okay, that's better. Needs a little bit more water. Oh, I think I put too much water. Okay. Okay, some blooms couple here and there. Okay, what did I say that I'm gonna add? I'm gonna add, we said some highlights. Just a few very fine ones. And I think that will make it come a bit more alive. Because we have the mid-tones, obviously, and we have the darks. And now some few highlights will make the feathers pop up. And definitely that gives it the direction of the feathers and the light. And it will make it look fluffy. That's how it's supposed to be. Even crow, still fluffy. It's nice feathers. So now maybe I should have put some music on, but I really wanted to talk about it, about the highlights. because that's very important. And if we put them and then once they dry a little bit darker, just go over it. We'll make sure that they have some presence. I definitely have to go over it. Hope you haven't get bored watching me putting one by one the highlights on the feathers. It can be a little bit boring. Um, Now it is towards the end. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit music because I might continue for a little bit longer. Sorry, I thought it was recording and I had stopped it. So, the meantime, because I wasn't very happy with the background, it looked a little bit boring to me. I just done some splatters. Um, Trying not to get any splatters on my bird, and then I just spray a little bit on that area to make them spread a bit like this, again, not to go on the bird, and I'm a little bit more happy. It looks a little bit more interesting, whimsical. Yeah, I'm happy for my little big crow. No little, big crow. Okay. I think that's it. That's about it. I shouldn't be doing anything more. Yeah, I did say that that would be enough for the highlights, but they just dry darker because it's watercolor. It's not wash. I'm happy with here. I won't add anything more. Yeah, pretty much that's it. Great. So, time for the little signature, and hope you enjoy this little painting. I'm gonna put my signature just here. So if you enjoyed it, please don't forget to like it, thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, please consider to do so. We're gonna be making yeah, lots of different themes, paintings. We're gonna be using different materials, so yeah, consider to subscribe, and don't forget to click the notification bell, because that's what's gonna notify you every time I will upload a new video, and also it will explain you what kind of video it is. So if it is a crow and you're not interested, just joking, you don't have to come and watch it. You can wait for the next one, but if you're interested, then you're more than welcome. I will be very, very happy to see you or to hear from you. The comments. So yeah, don't forget that the sketch is a printable sketch. It is attached at the comments, at the description below, and hopefully I will see you soon at my next video. Until then, be happy, be creative, and keep painting. And somebody take off the brush off my hands. Okay, that's it. No more. Done. Bye for now. Till the next time. Bye. Great. I didn't even unmask it. Why am I so in a hurry tonight? I was just trying to stop painting. That's why. So let's unmask it. See the complete result before I say goodbye for tonight. Yeah, actually, it looks pretty clean. Now I'm taking off the masking. Oh, see? Maybe I shouldn't have done that because it's not dry enough. See? I damaged my paper. That's okay. I'm gonna always put a little bit gum arabic and we'll stick it. No problem. Okay. That's another little tip. When this happens, you can just put a little bit gum arabic and sticks, and it's all fine. It's archival too. But I think I'm gonna make a video about the torn papers. so I'm not gonna fix it right now. I'll leave it like this, so for the next video. Okay, and there we are. Our Halloween crow is ready, and now I can say bye for now.